Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of AC Unity. We are doing the murder mystery. I don't see it here. But we are doing the murder mystery of Jean-Paul Marat. In the previous episode we collected quite some clues and we now have a new one over here. Shop clues and also in the sewer. We were there in the previous episode, but I only collected 1 out of 2. Apparently there is another clue over there. Let's get there, and what is my reference point to get there? That church. I need to keep that to the right side if I can see it at all. Ah, this is the prison. Here are all the possible suspects. Now I understand it. In the previous episode I was like, why is this gate locked? But you see the bars on the windows. It's actually a prison. Small one. Right, let's just think it's more or less straight ahead. We'll try to get there a bit on feel. Oh, sorry.
Whose side are you on then? What are you saying?
Right, let's help my citizen out. Thank you very much. Right, let's see if I'm walking a little bit in the right direction. Yeah, a little bit. Ah, pretty good. That sewer is over here, so the stairs is the first one to the right. The shop is over here that we have to check out, but let's first check out the sewer. Because we were there earlier already.
Yeah, je ne sais pas trop quoi en penser. Enchanté de votre visite, monsieur. Unbelievable. Insufferable.
Like so. Apparently there is another clue here. We found that one already, but then where is the other one? I don't understand. Here, we already read this one. Ah, this body, it's just not highlighted in Eagle Vision. It's a bit buggy. Sewer corpse. The body of a young man beaten with a blunt object to the back of the head. He's clutching a wedding ring. Alright. Not sure what that is all about. Is that related to this letter? No, right? A letter from Simone Evrard. The writing is almost illegible. Jean-Paul, I cannot bear another day without you, my love. How long must you be hidden from me, your love, Simone? Yeah. I think this guy looks a bit like an encampment. He was chilling out here. And this is probably the lover of that Simone. And he was a bit unhappy with his wife or girlfriend actually being in love with Marat. And then previously when we went here in the sewer in the previous episode, there were a couple of thugs here. So probably he just got mugged or robbed or whatever and clubbed to death. And that's where he is with his wedding ring. Ah, so it was not his girlfriend. It was actually his wife because he was clasping holding a wedding ring, if I remember correctly. Anyways, that's not really that relevant of a clue.
Insufferable.
Let's get to that shop.
De procéder à une évaluation.
Which I think is over here. Yes, here we go.
I don't recognize that list of names either. But it's quite the coincidence that the first letters of those names spell the word Providence.
Right. That's a sharp eye that he had, so we have the clues over here. Hey, we only have 1 out of 2 clues in the merchant stall. Let's get to that merchant stall again. Man, I'm overlooking a lot of stuff here. Sorry, woman.
A woman came in here last week and brought that knife. That ebony handle makes it one of my most expensive, but she didn't care about price. She asked about the address of some hotel. I've never heard of it, though.
Right, where is his second clue then? Ah, over here. Travelers, come stay at the convenient Hotel Providence. Clean linens. Providence Hotel handbill. Right, so is that now also a new clue? Hotel Providence. We already cleared out all these clues over here. Hotel clues, yes. I'm pretty sure if she is there, that is where we will find the killer. We will be going past Hotel Cluny, so out the shop or past the stall to the left, and then until we hit the building to the right after the street to the left.
Stop right there! You're trying to muscle in on my domain! You horse son!
Right, we go here to the left. Or am I now going totally in the wrong direction? Yes, I'm totally going in the wrong direction. How can I be such an idiot? Right, I am going back.
Sur mesure, sont chez Parmentier, rue du Temple. Les plus belles étoffes. C'est que je suis conscient de ça.
And then I think we are going over there. Assuming this is that Hotel de Cluny. Still not quite sure what it is. Probably just a hotel. It is actually a landmark on the map, but without a description. There's a database entry. An outstanding example of medieval household architecture in Paris. The Hotel de Cluny was built at the center of the Gallo-Roman capital. Vestiges of a Roman thermal bath still abut the hotel. The abbot of Cluny purchased the site to transform it into a townhouse in 1333, but it was Jacques d'Amboise who turned it into what was essentially a luxurious guest house in 1485. One of its occupants was Marie Tudor, the young widow of Louis XII. Francis I, fearing that she might give birth to a son who would take his place on the throne, kept her under surveillance here. Such caution was justified. He found her in the arms of the Duke of Suffolk, her military attaché. She was promptly married in his chapel, then sent packing with her husband on the first boat to England. The building is now a charming museum renowned for its collection of tapestries. What the hell are tapestries again? Sorry, one moment. I think it are like curtains or something, or cloth. No idea. One moment. A piece of thick textile fabric with pictures or designs formed by weaving colored weft threads or by embroidering on canvas. Used as a wall hanging or soft furnishing. Yeah, so it's like a decorative cloth, so to say. Decorative cloth. Alright, that's where we are now, and we are going to go to the left afterwards, and then the second one to the right. Again, these architectures, so beautiful. Alright, second one to the right. I assume that is over there. Then the hotel may be over here, I guess. Yes, there's something over there. Doesn't. Yeah, I see something over there. Not sure how to get there. Come on, Arno. Oh, my dude! Don't be this annoying. Alright, this really doesn't look like a hotel, but a book titled Parallel Lives by Plutarch. Hotel, letter from Charlotte Corday. A letter written by Charlotte Corday and addressed to the citizens of France. Addressed to the French of law and of peace. How long, O miserable Frenchmen, will you be pleased with disorder and divisions? Long enough and too long have some factious men, some wicked men, placed the interests of their ambition in the place of the general interest. Why, victims of their fury, do you destroy yourselves to establish their destiny of tyranny over the ruins of France? The factions explode on all sides. The mountain triumphs by crime and oppression. Some monsters, drenched with our blood, conduct their detestable conspiracies. We labor for our own ruin with more zeal and energy than we have shown in conquering liberty. O Frenchmen, yet a little time, and there will not remain of you but a souvenir of your existence. Already the indignant departments march on Paris. Already the fire of discord and civil war inflamed the half of this vast empire. There is still a means of extinguishing it, but the means must be prompt. Already the violence of the wicked, Marat, whose name alone presents the image of all crime in falling under the avenging steel, shakes the mountain and makes Danton grow pale. Already the violence of the wicked, Marat, whose name alone presents the image of all crime, in falling under the avenging steel,
J'ai pas ta gouaille, moi.
Shakes the mountain and makes Denton grow
Alors
pale.
t'y fais, ils sont toutes comme ça. Tu ne peux rien. Tu ferais mieux de l'oublier.
Robespierre, those other Britons seated upon the bloody throne are enveloped in the lightning which the avenging gods of humanity only suspend without doubt to render their fall more glittering and to affright all those who would be tempted to establish their fortunes on the roots of an abused people. Frenchmen, you know your enemies, arise, march, let the mountain annihilate it, leave only brothers and friends. I do not know if heaven reserves to us a republican government, but it cannot give us a leader of the mountain for master unless in the excess of vengeance.
Alors t'y fais, ils sont toutes comme ça.
Oh France,
Tu ferais mieux de l'oublier.
thy repose depends on the execution of the laws. I do not give a blow to them in killing Marat.
Alors t'y fais, ils sont toutes comme ça. Tu ne peux rien.
Alright, 1 second. Just curious, what the hell is repose?
Toute réduit de ma parole. Sac à vin toi-même.
Alors t'y fais, ils sont toutes comme ça. Tu ne peux
A
rien.
state of rest, sleep. So, thy rest or thy sleep depends on the execution of laws. Alright, and what is
Alors
factious?
t'y fais, ils sont toutes comme ça.
That was
Tu ne peux rien.
earlier in
Tu ferais
the
mieux de l'oublier.
text. Factious man. Relating or inclined to dissension.
Alors t'y fais, ils sont toutes comme ça. Tu ne peux rien.
And,
Tu ferais mieux de l'oublier.
Je sais pas ce qu'on dirait en fait. Attends, mais.
factious.
Alors t'y fais, ils sont toutes comme ça. Tu ne peux rien.
Réduit de ma
Tu
parole.
ferais mieux de l'oublier.
Sac à vin toi-même.
1 second.
Non pas ta farouche, blagueuse.
Alors t'y fais, ils sont toutes comme ça. Tu ne peux rien.
J'ai pas
Tu
ta
ferais mieux
gouaille,
de
moi.
l'oublier.
Disagreement that leads to discords. These issues cause bitter dissension
Alors
in
t'y
the
fais,
party.
ils sont toutes comme
Yeah,
ça.
so that is
Tu ne
like
peux rien. Tu ferais mieux de l'oublier.
yeah, disagreement, so to say.
Alors t'y fais, ils sont toutes comme ça.
I do not give a blow to them in killing Marat. Condemned by the universe, he is without the law.
Alors t'y fais,
What
ils sont toutes comme
tribunal
ça.
would judge me? If I'm guilty, Alcides was, when he destroyed the monsters.
J'ai pas ta gouaille, moi.
Alors t'y fais, ils sont toutes comme ça. Tu ne peux rien. Tu ferais mieux de
O my country, thy misfortunes steer my heart. I cannot offer thee but my life, and I return thanks to heaven for the liberty which I enjoy of disposing of it. Man, this is a convoluted text.
Je sais pas ce qu'on dirait en fait.
Thy misfortunes steer my heart. I cannot offer thee my life, and I return thanks to heaven for the liberty
Sac à vin toi-même.
which I enjoy of disposing of it. I have no idea what that means.
Alors t'y
What
fais, ils sont
disposed?
toutes comme
What
ça.
is disposed? The liberty?
Ta gouaille, moi.
Thanks to the heaven for the liberty which I enjoy of disposing of it. Don't think it even makes grammatical sense, but right.
Tu ne peux rien.
No person will lose by my death. Yeah, maybe that disposing refers to the misfortunes. Thy misfortunes steer my heart, I cannot offer thee but my life, and I return thanks to heaven for the... There should be a comma in there somewhere, and I return thanks to heaven for the liberty which I
Ils sont toutes
enjoy
comme ça. Tu ne peux rien.
Non pas ta farouche, blagueuse.
of disposing of it. No person will lose by my death. I will not imitate Paris, the murderer of Le Pelletier de Saint-Fargeau,
Alors t'y
in
fais,
killing
ils sont
myself.
toutes comme ça. Tu ne peux rien.
I desire that my last sigh may be useful to my fellow citizens. that my head born in Paris may be a sign
Elles sont toutes comme
of
ça.
rallying for all friends of the laws, that the tottering mountain may see its ruin written with my blood, that I may be their last victim, and the universe avenged may declare.
On va pas leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien.
And there was something with avenge here as well. There's no law, but in 1 second.
On va pas leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien.
J'ai pas ta
C'est
gouaille,
mieux de
moi.
l'oublier.
Here, I do not know if heaven reserved to us a republican government, but it cannot give us a leader of the mountain for master unless
On va
in
leur
the
t'y faire.
excess
Elles sont toutes comme
of
ça. Tu n'y
vengeance.
peux rien.
And here it says that I may be their last victim, and
On dirait un...
the universe avenged may
T'y faire.
declare
Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien.
that I have deserved well of humanity.
Je vous dis que non.
As to the rest, if my conduct should be looked at with another eye, I am little disturbed by
On
it.
va leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien.
Non pas ta farouche,
C'est
ma
mieux de
gueuse.
l'oublier.
J'ai pas ta gouaille, moi.
My relations and friends ought not to be disquieted. No person knew of my intentions.
C'est mieux de l'oublier.
I annex my extract of baptism to show what the feeblest hand can do, led by a thorough
On va
devotion.
leur t'y faire.
If I
Elles
do
sont
not
toutes comme
succeed
ça.
in my enterprise, Frenchmen, I have shown you the roads. You know your enemies, arise, march, strike. Charlotte Corday. Right, probably this letter is based, is historically
On va leur t'y
correct.
faire. Elles sont toutes comme
I'm
ça.
not sure. Let's quickly Google that.
Sac à vin toi-même.
Charlotte
Non pas ta farouche, ma gueuse.
Corday.
On va pas leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes
Letter.
comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien.
J'ai pas ta gouaille,
C'est mieux
moi.
de l'oublier. On va pas leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien. Ce serait mieux de l'oublier.
Voyons donc ça. On dirait un...
Last letter.
On va leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien. Ce serait mieux de l'oublier.
Nelly. Je vous dis que non. Quoi? Douterais-tu de ma parole? Sac à vin toi-même.
On va pas leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien.
Non pas ta farouche,
Ce serait
ma
mieux de
gueuse.
l'oublier.
Man, she was, in my view,
On va pas
pretty
leur t'y
big
faire.
hero,
Elles sont toutes
actually.
comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien. Ce serait mieux de l'oublier.
Forgive me, my dear Papa, for having close. Alright, now let's leave it.
On va
I
leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien.
do think it could be.
Je sais pas ce qu'on dirait en fait. Attends, mais...
A true letter. Now I'm a little bit.
On va pas leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux
Douterais-tu
rien.
de ma parole?
Ce serait mieux de l'oublier.
Sac à vin toi-même.
Curious.
Non pas ta farouche, ma gueuse.
On va pas leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça.
Alright, I do have a Google result for her last letter to her father, written in prison, July 1793, the day probably before her execution.
On va pas leur t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien.
Yes.
Ce serait mieux de l'oublier.
Alright, let's leave it for now, but yeah, pretty interesting historical tidbit.
Voyons donc ça. On dirait un...
I cannot imagine that the developers made this letter up.
Ce serait mieux de
I think this could very well be historically yeah, derived from the real thing.
Sac à vin toi-même.
Alright, so we, I'm pretty sure we now know who it is. And yeah, we need to find her. This was the shop, this was the merchant, this was the apothecary. There were a couple of women here in the streets. And this is Marat himself, where he was laying. This was that sewer. And we have 5 suspects in jail. I wonder whether she is already in jail. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this lady over here. But before going there, let's quickly get to these three ladies on the streets, because I forgot what they actually had to say. Here we go.
What are you saying? Hey, you need to calm down. Huh? Encore un fou.
Alright, first one to the right. First one to the left.
Il a l'air de...
Let's see what they had to say.
I've seen so many women coming in and out of that house, you'd think he was running a brothel.
Nope, this is not her.
Why have we been forsaken? He was a true revolutionary.
Nope, not her.
They rounded up suspects and took them to Saint-Germain prison by the gendarmes. They're lucky if they survive the trip.
Yeah, it could be her. She's actually against him. But I don't think it's her. I think it's the woman in the prison.
That's right.
You can't stop us.
Get the mongrels! I won't give up! I will kill you! Jump!
Je vous ai causé le moindre tort.
Right, where was the prison? Am I going to the wrong direction? I need to follow the main road, so to say. Which would be over here. Ah, there we need to go. Sorry. And here's the prison with suspects. The only thing what I don't really understand is why she would already be arrested.
I did it. The bastard deserved it.
No, you're not it.
I'd be lying if I said I was heartbroken. Jean-Paul drove my... I'd be lying if I said I was heartbroken. Jean-Paul drove my lover away. So overprotective. And with all the enemies he's made in Paris, I was living in constant terror.
He was so obsessed with the revolution, he spent all our money on it. I hardly got the attention I deserved. I suppose he died how he wanted. A martyr.
I was sent to his house to kill him, but the job was finished by the time I got there. With what Marat was publishing, it was either him or us. I don't recognize that list of names as Girondin, but you could ask some of our leaders. I'll write you an address. Go there and show the list.
Yeah, there was something with that Girondin, but I'm still not quite sure what that meant. So these are all the clues. And that Girondin comes back more often here. Ah, this is also Charlotte Corday. That's the same woman that we just read that other letter in the hotel from. Providence gives me truth. Providence gives you justice. Providence gives me sanctuary. In Providence there is peace, for this life or the next. Charlotte Corday. Yeah, and this is what he says, or that this is what another, the person that directed us now to somebody else. We already went to that somebody else in the previous episode, and he said, yeah, you have a list of names of Girondin traitors. But if you look at the first letters of each of these names, it actually also spells from top to bottom Providence. So I'm not really sure what... Here, travelers, come stay at the convenient Hotel Providence. Clean linen. So that hotel is Providence. These names were Providence. There was this letter from Charlotte Corday in Marat's house on Providence. So I'm not really sure what all these references to Providence are. Albertine Marat, sister of the victim, does not seem to be grieving much. Looks like Marat disapproves of her lover and his revolutionary ideas, puts the family in danger. But is that enough of a motive? Charlotte Corday, she seems oddly calm and more than willing to take responsibility for Marat's murder. Jasper LaSalle, the prisoner, seems eager to lay claim to Marat's death. Looks like Marat shamed his father in a newspaper article. Very emotional. Simone Evrard, Marat's wife, she seems unaffected by his death. Looks like he paid more attention to being a revolutionary than to his family. Theron Brignac claims he was sent to kill Marat by the Girondists, but the job was already done. Does not recognize any names on the list of Girondin traitors, but told me to go to 39 Rue des Cordeliers and show the list to some Girondin leaders there. Sewer corpse, the body of a young man beaten with a blunt object to the back of the head. He is clutching a wedding ring. A letter from Simone Evrard. The writing is almost illegible. Jean-Paul, I cannot bear in another day without you, my love. You, how long must you be hidden from me? Your love, Simone. Shop. Dominique Buch, senior Girondist. He doesn't recognize the name on the list of Girondist traitors. Still, he pointed out the first letter of each name spells the word Providence. Chantal Nave, the witness, says they rounded up suspect and transported them to Saint-Germain prison near the church. A solid lead. Jacqueline Perel, neighbor to the victim, Marat's neighbor, says she saw plenty of women come in and out of his home. Madeleine Leclerc, a supporter of Marat, devastated by his death. Alright, that are most of the clues read. I actually wasn't aware that there was also a textual description on these clues, which provide a little bit more background actually than only what people say in game, so to say. So let's read the other ones as well. The body of Jean-Paul Marat, he slumped in a bath with a small single puncture wound above the clavicle. His skin is mottled with pus-filled sores. And we already read this one. This one we read. This one we read. Parallel Lives by Plutarch. Not sure what that means. Or yeah, what's the meaning of that? This is the letter by Charlotte Corday, the long one that we already read. And Gregor Brousseau, apothecary, he treated Marat, who himself was capable as a physician. Marat had developed a skin condition after hiding in the sewers below 23 Rue de Touraine. Then that sewer place with that love letter to Marat, that was where Marat himself apparently hid for some time. And then probably the guy who was lying there dead with like a wedding ring near his corpse was maybe the husband of one of Marat's lovers. Anywho, I think we are pretty much done, and let's just accuse that woman. This woman.
You'll find the proof it's me soon enough. I just wanted his death to send fear into the hearts of Marat's believers for as long as I could.
Here we go.
I kill one man to save 100,000. There is no turning back. Soon I shall accept the embrace of Madame Guillotine, a humble offering to the citizens of France.
Yeah, I find it pretty heroic that like a lady all by herself just does something that impactful for her cause. So it's pretty cool. This guy is always pretty funny. Alright, this time he doesn't even wake up. He just...
Can't say I'm surprised about Citizen Marat. The man had plenty of enemies. I'm surprised he lasted this long. Go ahead and pick a weapon. I can't help you. Christ.
Alright, nice. We have like a new weapon. The Messer. Let's check it out. It sounds pretty cool. How the hell will I find that quickly? Not even sure whether it's... Ah, here it is. Whether it's a sword or an axe, but here it's a sword. The thicker blade on this sword allows it to hold an edge without sacrificing chopping power. Looks pretty cool. Although it's pretty weak, I would say, in stats. But it's surely... Nah, it's maybe a little bit too thick. It's almost like an axe, I would say. The lamet or the blades. Anywho, guys, let's end the episode here. We solved our murder mystery of Jacques Marat, and in the next episode we will be doing chronologically. Yeah, that's a pretty hard one, what we will need to be doing. It is the co-op mission, the tournament, and that actually is supposed to have like a super difficult parkour section, but yeah, let's just try it and see how far we get. And of course I will also need to play each co-op mission 3 times, because you have 3 rewards and you only get one of those 3 rewards per instance that you completed, so you have to complete it 3 times to get all the 3 rewards. So what I will do is I will play it 2 times offline before recording it, so that I already get a feel for the co-op mission, especially the harder, the more difficult ones. And then also I will try to find the location of all the sync points, so that I don't need to run around aimlessly in the recording, in the episodes. I will not pick them up, so that the 3rd time I play through it, that I am more versed into the co-op mission itself. It will go hopefully a little bit more fluidly. In the last one that I will record, it will become an episode, and then I will also pick up the sync points that I have had located already during my offline runs. So that is on the agenda for the next episode. Guys, hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you in the next one. As Arno used to say, just like me, almost every day, always do keep on gaming. See you later.